Buhay everyone, Marches here. Welcome to the channel. And before we begin with this video, I would just like to thank our friends from Red Bull for giving me this drink and sponsoring this video. I usually pick this up when I needed a boost or a pick-me-up for the day. I usually will select something that will give me energy at the same time, won't damage my body that much or give me that extra calories that I don't need. So this is my default for a can of the Red Bull sugar-free. I usually go with the sugar-free and it's 7 kilocalories per serving for a can of the sugar-free Red Bull. So if you want an energy boost for the day and you want to have the better choice, try the Red Bull sugar-free. So first news for today is Adidas is having a big sale. If you are here in the Philippines, I'll be putting the link in the description down below if you like to shop for Adidas merch. Second on my news is of course Zion 1 will be releasing. So the Zion 1 is by Jordan brand and they just released an official news on the Zion 1, which is Zion Williams' first signature sneaker. Based on the press release, the highlights of the sneakers that caught my attention is first, the full-length air strobel. So they're using the full-length air strobel similar to the PG5, PG4 with a forefoot zoom unit. And I feel that the cushion setup of the Zion 1 will be very similar to the KD13, but it will be a little bit more plush on the plusher side. So there will be more impact protection, but on the forefoot, because based on the pictures that they release, the zoom unit in the forefoot looks pretty big. Based on the pictures, I think it has the same unit found in the Why Not 0.4. So I'm pretty excited on the cushion setup of the Zion ones. And the next thing that caught my eye is the forefoot wings that is hidden below the mesh upper of the Zion ones. It is hidden, but I think it has the same string or strap in the forefoot area, which gives you lateral support, very similar to the Why Not 0.4. Zion and Westbrook are known to be very powerful players. Of course, Westbrook being a guard and Zion being a bigger player. And if you recall Zion blowing up a PG before, I think Jordan brand will really put an emphasis on the forefoot part, especially on the support side of the Zion ones. That wouldn't happen on his first signature sneaker. I think that would be a big problem if that happens to the Zion ones. So I think Jordan brand really put some time in giving the Zion ones a good forefoot lateral support. And aside for the forefoot support that you'll be getting on the Zion ones, they also made the lace loops 2 loop bands to reinforce it. So your laces are passing through 2 straps to give it extra support. So I think they really enforce in the support and durability of the Zion ones. Another thing that really caught my attention on the Zion ones is the forefoot base. It looks really wide on the pictures. The forefoot really looks wide in pictures. The base of the forefoot looks like a lateral outrigger that is on steroids. So I'm really excited for that forefoot stability on the Zion ones. Zion being a big dude and is fast and shifty. So I think Jordan brand really put emphasis on the stability of Zion sneaker and really reinforce it. So the foam and outsole really protrudes and looks like a big lateral outrigger. So I think stability would be great on the Zion ones. And as for the outsole of the Zion ones, it is a decoupled outsole very similar to the Why Not 0.4. And the decoupled outsole usually are really made for fast and quick players. Similar like Russell Westbrook and Giannis, the Zoom Freak 2 has a decoupled outsole too. And Giannis is also a big player who likes to run up and down the court and is very quick on his feet and is a very strong player. So I think they got that inspiration from both the Why Nots and the Zoom Freak 2 and gave it a different flavor on the Zion ones. The traction of the Zion ones has a fingerprint-like traction pattern. It really reminds me of the KT3 from Anta, which is the Klay Thompson 3. I don't think there'll be any problems on the traction pattern. I just wish that the rubber compound will be very similar to the KT3s. And looking at the pictures, the first colorway, the black and white colorway, would have an icy outsole. So I hope that will grip nicely on dusty floors too, because usually icy outsole, it's a hit or miss on dusty courts. but on a clean court, they will perform well, but I hope it doesn't pick up that much dust. And on the other colorways, they have solid rubber outsole, but I'm hoping for the black and white colorway, the traction will perform good. The ankle collar of the Sign 1 looks very well padded, and the tongue looks very nicely padded too. It kind of looks like the GT Cuts tongue, but bigger. So I think the comfort around the tongue and the ankle part would be nice on Design 1s. Next on my news is, of course, the Kobe Bryant estate did not renew their contract with Nike. So that means I think the Kobe 6 Del Sol will be the last sneaker that will come out from Nike. And a lot of you have asked me if there's a possibility that another Kobe silhouette will be coming out with Nike. I think one way that Nike could do it is very similar to what Adidas did with the Crazy 8 lines. They removed Kobe's name on that sneaker. That was the first signature sneaker of Kobe. With Adidas. If you're not too familiar, Kobe signed with Adidas first before transferring to Nike. And one of the first signature sneaker of Kobe was the one he wore when he won the Slam Dunk contest. And Adidas actually re-released that sneaker, but without Kobe's name. So I think that's one possibility. If ever Nike would be releasing some of Kobe's sneakers, there won't be any Kobe's name, and I don't think they could use the Mamba name, because I think the license of the Black Mamba name is with Vanessa Bryant and their company. On the reason why Vanessa didn't renew with Nike is she was kind of disappointed with Nike for not releasing a good number of quantity of Kobe sneakers, because based on her statement, she wanted all Kobe fans to have his sneakers. But unfortunately, the recent releases of the Kobe's after his passing were quite limited. So I think she wasn't too happy with that. So that's kind of unfortunate for the Kobe sneakers lover and of course the Kobe fans. But we're hoping for the best, and hopefully if the Black Mamba company will be releasing a sneaker, because that's the news that are spreading, that the company of Kobe will be releasing their own sneakers. Hopefully it will be as good as the original Kobe sneakers. So that's it for today's video. Thank you for hanging out with me, guys. This has been Marches once again. I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.